surprise you by asking about team news.
Yeah.
Fabio, who potentially we probably thought would be involved because he's not playing the Premier League, but wasn't with the others training. Got a problem?
Yeah, we've got a problem with him. Yeah, he's been having some discomfort, and we tried to have some conservative treatment with him, and he wasn't improving, and we sent him to see a specialist, and the advice was to get our operation done in his groin, and we did that yesterday. Was it? Yesterday, Monday. Yeah. And we expect him to be out for weeks now.
So not again this side of the break.
We don't expect him to do that. Let's see how he evolves, and obviously the job he was done yesterday, so we're going to have to wait and see, but it will take weeks, I think.
And then Ben White eventually joined,
Yeah.
but was working by himself, it seems, so from what we could see.
Yes, and he trained the day before the Brentford game, and he was feeling good, and I think he's available, and he will be available, and that's very good news for us.
A draw tomorrow night, and you qualify. Obviously, you're unbeaten at the Emirates this season, all competition, but obviously you'd want to win to win the group and maybe have a more relaxing final game in Eindhoven.
Yeah, we do want to win the game, that's for sure. We're going to be top of the group, and the opportunity is there for us tomorrow against a team that we're not going to cause us problems, and we have already experienced a defeat against them, so we have the right motivation to put that right tomorrow.
But important to do it with the game to spare as well. Is that what you're saying to the players? Win the group? We
have to win at home, and we have to win the group if we can tomorrow, and that's the mentality of the team, that's for sure.
Mikel, it'll be 5 years tomorrow since he made his Arsenal first team debut. But that's one reason, I guess, for him to be involved. But he was targeted a bit, wasn't he, physically in Lens? Is that a consideration?
Well, he's targeted because he's one of our most dangerous players, and the teams know that, and they try to stop our strength, that's for sure. What he's done in those 5 years, I think, is remarkable at his age. When you look at his stats and how consistent he's been, it's very rare to see that at his age, especially in those positions at top clubs. So big compliment for him.
Ian from TalkSport.
Hi Mikel, just carrying on about Bukayo Saka, would you say he's world class?
Well, he played in the World Cup, he plays with the national team, so yeah, I don't know what world class means, but he's a top player, that's for sure.
I mean he's obviously very key to England, very key to Arsenal. Would you say that if he's not there, he's one of the reasons why things don't go so well for both club and country?
Sorry, can you repeat?
He's very key for you and for England.
Yeah.
If he's not there, is he one of the reasons why things wouldn't go so well for club and country? Is he that integral?
Well, he's a huge part of on both teams, that's for sure, and you have to see the impact that he has in games. He's crucial for us, and we want to be where we want to be. Bukayo needs to be a main part of that.
To achieve what he has at such a young age as well shows that he's got the skill, but has he got, will he be able to carry it on for another 5 years, another 10 years?
Well, getting to the top is one thing, maintaining is something else. He's done it for 5 years, and as well you can see that the way he's improving is really steady but really fast as well. But he's got the right mentality because he got the right family, the right people around him. He's still so humble. He has the right advice around him, and that's what makes him special, because he wants more, because there is much more to come.
We've just spoken to Leandro Trossard. You spent £100 million on a footballer like Declan Rice. You spent a lot more money on a lot of other players. Would you say that Trossard is one of the players that you brought in who's been best value for money, because he never seems to let you down whether he starts or whether he comes off the bench?
I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not the economist of the club, but I think it's a tremendous player that has great talent, but especially great intelligence to play the way we want to play. So it's a really good fit for us.
And he was speaking about the fact that he's happy to be versatile as long as he's playing. He likes the game time. Doesn't really matter where he's playing on the pitch. But as a manager, how much does that give you a bit more of an added bonus when you've got a player who can play pretty much anywhere from midfield right up to the front?
Well, that was one of the main reasons why we signed him. First of all, he's got experience in the league. He's done what he's done in the league already, And we had in January a lot of issues in the front line, and he could cover those necessities in a really efficient way, and he's proven that he can do all that.
Thank you.
Mark from PA.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Gary mentioned there that just a draw tomorrow is enough to go through. But when you look at it, in Manchester United and Newcastle at the bottom of their groups and struggling, do you think that almost that achievement's overlooked, that people would just assume that a team like Arsenal would walk through a group stage, but it's actually nowhere near as straightforward as that, is it?
No, 100% no, and you have to sweat and dig in a lot and play well and deserve a lot in games to win them, and we play against really tough opponents. Play against PSV. I think they won all the games in the league. You know, they only lost against us. And you go to Seville, and it's a really difficult place to go. And tomorrow is going to be a really difficult game to go, but hopefully we can be better than them.
And how are you enjoying it now? This will be your fifth game as a manager in the Champions League. When you came to the club as manager, you wanted to take them back. Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. It's a great feeling. It makes you proud. It makes you feel that that's the level that the club should be at, and we'll be competing really well. So let's continue to do so.
Do you think, as someone who's won the FA Cup, won a couple of Community Shields already as a manager, do you think you still have a little bit, maybe internally but also externally, that you want to prove in Europe as a manager?
For sure. I think it's not what we have to prove. We have to come back to Europe, being the club that we want to be, and have that presence and the results that tell that we are back in a strong way. And we haven't done that yet. That has to be done.
Jordan from Athletic.
Mikel, you know, play Brentford at the weekend and they've got 10, 11 men behind the ball. That's becoming quite common in the league. How are your players adapting to going against that style and domestically, and then going to the Champions Leagues where teams are coming out a bit more?
Well, practicing like everything. Obviously, when there is less space and more density, it's a stat said that it's more difficult to score a goal. But I think we attacked much better than we have done in other moments when a team defended with that block. There are certain things that we are insisting a lot to do to create more issues to opponents. And the more we practice, the better we'll be. And sometimes we don't want to provoke that, but we do, because team wants to do it, and it's always finding the right key to unlock the doors in relation to what the opponent